So, I read somewhere that these things are better if you have a story. So, picture it, Akron in the 1990s. Imagine me, a kid with hair. At that stage of my life, I, like most of you here, hopefully, I had it nice and easy. I mean, I had no worries. It was all wonderful. And then, well, something terribly traumatic happened, something that I hadn't expected, something that I'm still trying to recover from. What happened was I grew up and found out that adulting really, really sucks. It is nowhere near as fun as I thought it would be, and I had not anticipated the cost, okay? I mean, sure, I have a car now, but it came with a car note. And I have a girlfriend too, and oh my God, that's not cheap. The stage of adulting found me not living as boldly as I had subconsciously done in my youth. You see, I was more focused on surviving than thriving. I took on the pressures of society's standards. I, like all of the adults here in the room, I had responsibilities, and those responsibilities demanded most of my brain space. And I was trying to adhere to those pressures and meet all of those demands and act like, do like, be like, dress like society thought I should. And somewhere along the line, I got bogged down, and fun and joy took a back seat to seriousness and stress. I was only focused on security and paychecks. I went to work for 8 hours and built somebody else's dream and came home, didn't spend a minute building my own dream. That ought to be a crime. I took care of business at work, but not in my own life, as I allowed my dreams and true potential to lie dormant, and as I allowed myself to become uncomfortably overweight. I knew that something needed to change. Don't we all know? We all know when something needs to change, but I kept telling myself that same thing that we always say. What is it? Tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. We'll put it off. The first of the year, New Year's resolution, we'll do it. We'll do it Monday. First thing Monday morning, we'll start a diet. We'll call Jenny. We'll start a diet first thing Monday morning. And I kept putting it off, and I put it off, and I put it off, and I put off life, and I put off me. And does that sound familiar to anybody? Yeah, I kept putting it off until one night, a picture that I keep beside my bed caught my attention in a way that it hadn't before. It was a picture of a kid in the 90s. It's a picture of me. I remember that picture so well. It's just my favorite picture. It's me as a kid in preschool, and I'm there. I'm all smiley. My mother came with cupcakes and surprised me at the school. I was so happy. And I said, whatever happened to him? Look at him there. He's so free and so happy. And as I looked at that smiling picture, I could almost imagine him saying to me now, I am disappointed in you. I'm disappointed that you've been so sluggish with our dreams. I am disappointed that you take yourself so seriously. I'm disappointed that you feel like you got to defend yourself all the time. I'm disappointed that you don't take time to run and play and create. I'm disappointed that you don't nap when you know you should. I'm especially disappointed that you're bald. I heard him say, you are busy living in the past, thinking about hurts and mistakes, and in the future, thinking about bills and deadlines, and you're just going through the motions, not living in the most precious time of your life, this very moment. That hit me like a ton of bricks. I couldn't let him down, because letting him down meant I let me down. I said, no, I'm not going to go on like this. I can't go on like this, sweating the small stuff, sweating the things that will soon pass away. There's more out of life than this small stuff. There's more out of life. I said, you know what? I'm going to go back to thriving again. I said, no more of this. No more living in the past or living in the future. No, I'm going to live right now. So I looked at yesterday and all the things that I was hung up on, and I saw the lessons in it. And I said, you know what? If I take the lessons from yesterday and use them today to help me do my best, then tomorrow will be taken care of, and I'm free to just live in the moment. I said, okay, I'm happy now. I see a light at the end of the tunnel. The train is going, the steam is coming. I said, I can do this. I'm going to make that young boy proud. I said, I'm going to be led by my gut. I'm going to speak from the heart every now and again. I'm going to shoot from the hip when I take a notion to. I opted for less busy and more meaning. I opted for less complicated and more simplistic. I opted to be whatever, wherever, whenever I wanted, as long as I was in the moment, which would free my mind of the cloudiness and make it easier for me to smile more than I frown, laugh more than I cry, encourage more than I discourage, take action more than I do nothing, bless more than I curse, and run my own race more than I sit on the sideline. And somewhere in between all of that, y'all, I managed to lose 130 pounds. Don't listen, hey, cut. Don't applaud just yet because the struggle is real, y'all. I drove past a bakery on the way here, and the cakes and the scones came to the window and said, hey, come on in here. I'm struggling, y'all, I'm struggling. Life is a privilege. I want you all to understand that. Life is a privilege. Sometimes it's hard to notice that because as life starts throwing snowballs at us, we allow ourselves to get hardened by hardship and broken by heartbreaks instead of using those things to make us better and more equipped to be where and who we are right now. Life is a privilege. It's an opportunity to leave a mark. It is a gift from God, or however you define your spiritual highness. Living boldly and in the moment made gratefulness and peace and satisfaction and joy my companions. I understand that TED Talks are all about big ideas worth spreading. And while the idea of live boldly and being in the moment is certainly not new, but because it means changing ourselves, which will in turn change the world. It's an idea that's worth spreading again and again and again and again until it's no longer an idea, until it becomes the norm, until it is natural for people and it's common for us to let go of the things that we cannot change and release ourselves from the pressure of moments that haven't come and allow ourselves the grace to just be where we be. Thank God. Thank you.